Hey guys, it's Steven from the Green Engineers, and welcome to Update. Um, Today is, I believe it's April. Let's see what it says here. April 14th. I'm currently on a vacation, and I wanted to talk to you guys also away from my standard setup. So things are gonna sound a little bit different, but I wanted to talk briefly about this quick update and kind of what things are going on and what things are going on in the Green Engineers. So let's see, standard projects. The workspace is getting very close. Then we have the Filmmaker V2, the shredder, and then the printer, the new printer technologies that I'm working on. And so basically, the shredder, I've done some more testing with a newer, bigger motor with a 2x gear reduction, and also I think it's 25% more power, more energy, or more, power is wattage, right? And it seems that I need to do a little bit more modifications on those and do more reinforcement. Also, I have a couple more additions to how the setup is going to work for the Green Engineers. So I got a second, basically a second storage unit that I'll use as a studio slash temporary workspace until the workshop is complete, and then I will probably be using both in conjunction, as well as the other large storage to house things in between, and also maybe store products that are complete. Now, for the smaller, I'm working on a couple other smaller products as well. So let's talk about those other two though first. Filmmaker, no extra progress. Printing technologies will be developed in um, that secondary location that I was talking about, and so that has currently been moved, and I'm working on a quick build out just for storage to get everything off of the floor, right? And then also some power in there, and then I can go on that and then get my workspace going. Now I'm working on some other small products that deal with 3D printing. One of which I got a prototype on last week. It looks good. I think I'm ready to do some testing against some of the other market competitors and check that, and then also develop a way of doing the metrology testing on it. It's a physical hardware product, so make sure that all of the components or all of those products are made the same, and so make sure that the threads are the same. um, some of the outer diameters and the inner diameters are the same as well. So right now I'm working on two printer products, as well as a third that I came up with recently that I haven't got set up for a prototype yet. These other two, one of them I got a prototype for, and the second one I'm still waiting on. I'm still in the kind of phase of building up to getting a prototype made of that one. So we have those guys. So those are basically what we are working on in the current, and then hopefully I can talk about this secondary project. So this secondary project, the second half is basically the whole idea of the next year, beginning next year, being able to go full the Green Engineers and basically full working for myself. So one of those was, I talked about the three sources of income, right? One was products. Second one was making like filament slash basically services. So products, and then services, and then the third one is classes. So teaching Fusion 360 classes and other classes. Eventually, those are going to be broken off. So it's just going to be But right now I'm a sole proprietor, so everything is basically under my name anyways. So the first two, the products and services, will be broken off into the green engineers, and then the teaching will be just under my name basically, or maybe this other company that I came up with a long time ago for YouTube's name, right? But the idea is all three combined should be enough revenue to be able to do uh, basically my business, which is a collection of all those uh, 100%, and not have a day job 9 to 5 and then be able to do this so I can accelerate those projects. So right now that is a part of it. The class teaching is a part of these services and the products. And as far as the services, they haven't. I've done some contract work here and there, but the 3D printing for commercially has kind of ground down to a halt. I think Treatstock has just kind of exploded on how many people are having printers on there and processing print jobs, and also the number of print jobs has definitely decreased, as well as now in the United States. As of right now, we're going into a downturn, possible depression. Anyways, so I also wanted to make this video to ask for your guys' help, as I am trying to spin up. This is month 4, right, of the year, and I'm trying to spin up these products as well as the service, as well as the teaching, in order to try to ensure that next year I can basically entirely replace or get near to replace, or what's enough to take over my day-to-day income, and yet still have enough coming in that I can keep adding to my savings, as well as it being taken away for development purposes, as well as making class purposes. So minus my drain and other expenses, I can still add to my savings, right? And so that's the idea of this update. I wanted to talk about this venture that I have actually going on right now, which is, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and talk about this next venture, which is for my teaching, which is I found out that some people were having success pre-selling on Kickstarter, and then taking it over to Udemy. And the reason why is Udemy takes a large cut. Udemy takes about 63%, and the creators left with 37%. So I saw that some people were having some success of doing it first on Kickstarter, right? And Kickstarter has a total combined of around 10 to 11% take, and then you get 89%, so way higher on Kickstarter. And then so you pre-sell on Kickstarter, and then take them over to Udemy, and then people see that they enrolled in your class in Udemy, and then it goes higher up on the rankings, and then you basically get more people to buy on Udemy while you do the Kickstarter for the next class that you want to create. And so the idea is basically you kind of prepay for the class up front. So basically I could have the backers would prepay for the class up front in order to allow me to make sure that the class is going to be profitable, and thus I am more encouraged of making it. For example, on Udemy, for whatever reason, anything above a beginner class just does not sell. Like intermediate or advanced classes, they don't really sell. Reason being, obviously, is you have a drop off, right? Diminishing returns. Once people do the beginning, they're like, okay, I don't really want to do fusion, or I don't really need to know more than this. I'm not going to go to the intermediate. And then same thing. Okay, intermediate's good enough for me, or I don't want to continue. I'm not going to go to the expert, etc., etc. I call it like the beginner hump, right? And that's why I call it in the campaign. Anyways, so I want to work on an advanced course. I already have a beginner and intermediate course, and I want to work on an advanced course. And so this Kickstarter basically allows it to pay for the advanced course by selling all three, beginner, intermediate, advanced, for very extreme sales price. So you could see here that it's like $15 while on Udemy, usually the average is on sale, it's $15. So basically, you get 3 courses for the price of 1 course. And you can see here 83% off Udemy retail, and then 64% off. That's 63 plus a little bit, right? Which is 2/3. And so these are very, very high price savings, right? But basically, if you look at if you did the math, right, I think this first one, the $15 would be equivalent to selling all 3 courses, and then what my take home would be of that 37%. And then so basically this is the $15 is after the Kickstarter takes their cut, which is the 10%. I'm still left with about the same as what I would have had on Udemy, right? And so that way, even though I'm basically passing on those savings to the customer to front load the fact that the class would sell, right? But as you can see, it's kind of stalled out. So I wanted to, I think it's been $171 for, originally I set the campaign for 30 days. So I think it's been $171 for about a day now. So I just wanted to tell you guys about this, that if you wanted to support the Green Engineers moving forward and some of the things that I was doing on there, some of the things I've been talking about, that this is a part of it for in the near future for at least another 2 years to help support the Green Engineers and make sure the Green Engineers keeps going. Because for a while, the Green Engineers is going to be out of pocket until the Green Engineers fully sustainable. And when it's fully sustainable, that's when I would probably start separating these out between, my personal ventures such as the teachings, which would go into my savings, versus what the Green Engineers is doing and pouring back into the Green Engineers and then giving myself a paycheck, basically. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. The beginner course is like 4.6 out of 5, and right now on Udemy there are 57 Fusion 360 classes, and my class is number 3 out of that. The top 5 is number 3 out of 57 courses, and so it's doing very, very well. My intermediate class, not so much. Again, I talked about some of those other issues, and also I think I need to mess with the curriculum a little bit. But that one, I poured 20 something hours into that one, and it's just not selling very well. So the idea with the Kickstarter is to kind of gauge what the market is looking like, and see if I can ensure that the classes are paid for, and then whatever else on Udemy is just on top of that. So this would greatly help the engineers move on to bigger and better projects, and to bigger and better funding, and also more of my time delved into kind of everything, right? Because this is all going into the same pot right now. So the more income I make off of this, the quicker I can switch to full-time personal business ventures, such as the classes and these other products. These other products will come hopefully soon. And the other idea for the classes is that I didn't think that those products would be enough on its own, and then I was hoping that maybe the classes can be on it, take care of everything on its own. But it looks like what it's going to have to be is it's going to have to be a combination of the products, and the classes are both going to have to work in order to become full time the Green Engineers. Anyways, thank you guys for following along, and check out my Kickstarter. Great prices for great classes. So if you have anything that you want to learn in Fusion 360, go ahead and check it out there. If not, thanks for standing by me at the Green Engineers, and hopefully I can give you guys some more updates on these products coming out soon, and hopefully get them in your hands, as well as on some of the online marketplaces very, very, very soon, to prepare for this next year going full-time, the Green Engineers. All right, thanks for listening and watching. Hopefully I will see you guys in the next video, and then go ahead and check and take a look at in the description for the Kickstarter, and it will be linked, and it is live until 5/12/13, right? And ends at 3:57 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. All right. Thanks for listening, and I will see you guys in the next update video later.